said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will kick it away to start us off. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is hungry.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Wide open downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense really needed that opening drive, man. They've given them some yards. The offense has gained some momentum, but nice job in their own territory. Backed up. What do? They get after the quarterback and force the predictable passing third and long situation.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Boy, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt, just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. Brings it to the open. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Got some room after the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that one.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Takes the easy completion. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This time it's complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to pop the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They'll try to
slow man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try...
Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off play action on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Sends it back in motion. Going to sling it on second down. This time on target. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. They just keep firing. The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want.
Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where you're
going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Old Dominion is going to enjoy the trip back to Norfolk after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Ballard Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs.
He's almost. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Tiger! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you gotta have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put them behind you. Next play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, Auburn! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's McAllister. And the Longhorns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. He makes the catch. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Finally brought down the run and play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Hauls it in. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They knock him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Auburn.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge 1st down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that.
And down he goes back at the 3. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball, trying to float it in.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job.
Breaks into the open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Quickly to the tight end. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Ready to fire from the pistol. They send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw. Quarterback just flattened, missed him, incomplete. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dances away to buy time. Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. The chunk plays that they love and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. Third down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The lone back's got it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So here comes the Auburn offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They feed him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that...
Turning it on!
Looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Motion from the back. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right in the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Playing the option man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose it, even though it's a completion. They lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads quickly. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Oh, what a cut. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Set, ready. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes.
Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He's inside the 10. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Makes the grab. And that one did not work.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Trying to ball his way out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the 1st down. A little bit short, but what did I do? I made this a manageable 4th down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. They'll run play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. And you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season. But until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Good timing on the quick out. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. It's complete. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense got it. They're on the run. There he goes down the right side. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on.
I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2. They're still down huge, but just working on execution. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play.
Got it.
The run from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of...
There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense.